All right, Coach, thank you very much. It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Tennessee Titans and the Indianapolis Colts. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports.
Let's go, let's go! Get up! 180! 54! Go, go, go!
Nyheim Hines, his first carry. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now it's Hines. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on second and less than a yard.
Let's go, defense!
Here's Trubisky to throw. Complete. It's Johnson. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 36. Now it's Trubisky. Ebron's got it. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. 16 yards to pick up there. The Colts have a first down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
It's now 3rd and goal.
Now from back at the 5, this is 3rd and goal.
There's a party now. Well, check 37, check 37. Alert 3, alert 3, alert 3.
This is Hines. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. big third down stop, I can almost hear that defense saying, go ahead, go for it, try it, try it.
You see that swagger out there, don't you? You see him saying, yeah, go ahead and give it one more shot. But I think if you're the head coach in this situation with you having the ball, just tip your cap to the guy on the other side and say, okay, you got me this time. Kick the field goal. We'll see you the rest of the game.
Well, if they would go for it and not get it, though, the other offense would have a long way to go in the other direction. This fielded at the 2. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Mariota and the Titans break the huddle, 1st and 10 at their own 23. Now a carry for the shifty Dion Lewis. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Give him 16 yards there, a Tennessee first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Derrick Henry. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And finally taken down at the 30-yard line. All told, it's an even 30 and a first down. Even from up here in the booth, the play-by-play guy could tell that there was some pretty good blocking on the right side of the line.
Well, you have good eyes, and it's almost like a ballet when it's executed that well. Everyone in the right spot, everyone in sync, everyone hitting the perfect notes. A little more percussion and a lot more bass, I would think, than you get your normal ballet. But at the same time, that was well executed.
Now Mariota. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Darius Leonard, the linebacker. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
The Colts take over 1st and 10.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go.
That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Paris Campbell, 76 yards. And the Colts strike quickly here for 6 points.
Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
Yeah, you said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone. This will be taken in at the 1. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Mariota now. This one caught by Davis. That catch good for 5. It's third down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position.
The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. Von Miller, what a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. The big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already. Out of the gun, Trubisky. Going up top. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
They decided to take a shot and right down the middle of the field, and really, they didn't give it as much time to develop, did they? They want to take that shot somewhere around the 15-yard mark.
And the defense able to recover, bat it free. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing here, Trubisky. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And he's going to score. It's a Titans touchdown.
Now, that was a beautiful play. A pick six. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
Oh, you mean with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
Parkey adds the extra point, and that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Jeffrey Simmons on the stop. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 29-yard line.
Second and 6, just inside the 30. 10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Indianapolis with the homestanding Colts in possession as they are looking at a 2nd down and 6 coming up. Off the play fake, here's Trubisky. Oh, nearly picked. Almost intercepted, but he couldn't hang on, and it's 3rd down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete.
Hey, Haywood!
On 3rd down, Trubisky. Catch made here by Campbell. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. It'll be a gain of 17 and an Indianapolis first down. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
They'll throw on first down with Trubisky. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. A big play there for Indy. 43 yards.
First down. First and 10 at the 11-yard line.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on first and 10. Here's Hines. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Nyheim Hines with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they can prove, right? Turnover, you just noted it.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn into first downs and hopefully points. Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And for the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on third down. Throwing, Mariota. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
From the 34 now, here's first and 10. So they'll start on the ground with Hines. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. All told, it's an even 30 and a first down. Yeah, I have a pretty good friend, Charles Davis, who tells me that when he sees plays like that, strong runs to the right, reminds him of the 1960s Green Bay Packers.
Boy, those were the days back when the fullback actually carried the ball as well as blocked. Then you had a halfback. You had pulling guards, guys who could get out and run. And you can hear the great coach saying it back then. So we get a seal here and a seal here, and we run this play right in the alley.
At the 35-yard line.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Here's Jones. And he's got room. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Aaron Jones with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. This is Lewis. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there, second down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion.
Single. Watch 81, watch 81.
From the shotgun, it's Mariota. He'll get this one into the hands of Lewis. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. 4 yards on the pickup, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. And Quigley now on to punt as he sends this one away. Taken in at the 22. It'll be a 45-yard punt, and couple that with a loss on the return. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just given him a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent, it's really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them, too.
Yeah, now they're just looking to add to that total.
Hey, team 6. Mike's 5-4.
On 2nd and 15 now. Trubisky. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Trubisky to throw. Eluding the... And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Jarrell Casey in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Fielded at the 33. A good return there, 17 yards. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Mariota. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
On 2nd and 10, Mariota, he's going to wind up and air it out, and that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls when you've had that kind of lack of success.
Absolutely. Very well could have been a 3rd interception in half number 1. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And now consider the lead. The question is, how much is good enough? Are you going for more?
It's the NFL.
Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things has gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. He gets this one to Johnson. And he'll be hit and dropped for a loss at the 5-yard line. He lost 2 there, and it's third down. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Now it's Trubisky. And the catch made by Johnson. They get a big amount back, 18 yards, but they'll still look at a fourth down now. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken in at the 1. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Colts pick it up. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy, because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
Alert, 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 alert.
On first and 10, it's Trubisky. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Eric Ebron, the big tight end, is intended target, but it's going to be second down.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
From the gun on third down, it's Trubisky. And this is going to be incomplete.
NFL quarterbacks work so hard on their mechanics, and they do so much repetition and practice, off-season, the whole deal. They expect it to be autopilot once the games start. That way it eliminates any type of pressure of the game, pressure of people in your face, all of that. That didn't shine through on that throw, though, did it?
No. A little bit of a dangerous pass and off target, too. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the third quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
50
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more.
And they get to Mariota here as he's dropped on the sack. Von Miller, he continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Now Mariota. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up fourth down.
And we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Following the interception here, Mariota. He gets it to Humphreys. A gain of 6 there on first.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the Colts' 32-yard line.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Mariota hands to Henry. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. 12 yards there and a first down. When he runs, he seems to do a nice job of knowing when to be patient and find the hole, and then when the hole is there, he goes quickly.
You're exactly right. He knows how to just take off, but you know what else? Brings a little thump with him, doesn't he?
He does.
He packs the boom at the end of the run and finishes it going forward. That's what you want to see out of your backs.
On first down, a running play ends up going backwards as he won't get close to the line of scrimmage. In fact, he's going to lose 4 yards.
Yeah, and that was a safety that came through and made the play. But there's no doubt in my mind, he hits like a linebacker. And we see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed. A big hit for a loss. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Mariota. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Bud Dupree make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Mariota will need a big play after the sack as the Titans come up 3rd and long. Working out of the gun. Mariota under pressure again, and down he goes again. Bud Dupree in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. The kick by Parkey is good, and the drive will wind up yielding 3. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going to sling this deep downfield. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked, but instead they'll keep it on 2nd down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now a give, right side. Hines. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Blue. Watch the slats. Hey, orbit.
From the shotgun is Trubisky. Campbell making the catch. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Well, that's how you convert on third down with an explosive gain of 34.
First down. First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
So the big play moves them all the way across midfield to the 40 now for first and 10.
Hey, high 7.
Trubisky will throw. There goes a deep ball, end zone, and nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Touchdown, Indianapolis. Nyheim Hines, his second touchdown of the game, 17th on the year. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. The bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10. Here's Mariota. Flushed out, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Von Miller, he continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. Mariota will need a big play after the sack as the Titans come up 3rd and long. From the gun, Mariota. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now, that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game.
And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Back now in Indianapolis. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Here's Trubisky. And the pressure gets to him again. Jayon Brown in there to drop him, and sacks on 1st and 2nd downs. Now leads to a 3rd and long. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Here's Trubisky to throw. He's going to look deep down the field. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. He's at the 30. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Marcus Johnson, 93 yards as his guys continue to pour it on. Trying to bust out of that losing funk, and these fans have to like this. Saying, all right, fellas, this is more like it.
And I know that if this holds up after the game, they're going to give the fans a lot of credit being at home, getting the support. But you and I both know it goes deeper than that. They had to get it together in their own facility, look each other in the eye and say, okay, what's it going to take to break this losing streak? And they really came together with a good week of practice.
Extra point right down the middle, and the lead will swell by 1 more. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right.
Throwing is Mariota. Completes it to Davis. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
That's a day.
Well, there have been a ton of sacks. They were just trying to prevent another.
So what you're telling me is the conventional way has not really worked for them, huh?
Not at all.
Not at all. So he tries to grab him here, and they still get caught.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold.
Double tight, guys. Double tight. Hey, 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 hey. 4 down, 4 down, 4 down.
Now Mariota. Catch made. It's Moreau. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
It's a return of 5 following a punt of 42 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food because that is something that you and I enjoy.
We share that.
We enjoy our time at the table. So maybe the best steakhouses in the city, but in all seriousness, The performances that we've seen this year, we've seen a bunch of great ones, and it's going to be hard to parse who's going to win the MVP.
Yeah, it really is.
Is it going to be a runner? Is it going to be a thrower? Can a defender finally win it this season? Those are the things that we could probably discuss.
And collectively, this is about as dominant of a performance as you could have hoped for on both sides of the football.
Might have to put it #1 for what we've seen this season.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. A first down there on a pickup of 25. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. They run with Hines. Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Well, now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. It's a gain of 7, and it'll bring up a 2nd down.
At the 19-yard line.
180! Check right 54. Light 54. Come on, D. Check 3. Ran. Lock in.
Now Trubisky. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. So another score there, and often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
The Titans take over.
Let's go. Let's do it.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency. Move the ball at least.
And they get to Mariota here as he's dropped on the sack. Bud Dupree has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
And with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for offense.
So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. To throw is Mariota. And that is incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Throwing, Mariota. He's going to let it fly. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. Well, on fourth down, that turned out like a punt. Maybe he was better defensively there just to knock it down.
And you know they go over those situations. All right, fourth down, where's the ball? Where would we get the ball? But instinct takes over, and when it's in the air, they just go and get it. So it's hard to get on him for intercepting it, but the smart play would have been what you suggested. Knock it down and take over in a deeper position.
He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a first down.
First and 10 at the 45.
So the big play moves him all the way across midfield. It's first and 10 from the 45. Looky here, Trubisky wants to throw it. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. In the pocket, chucked it away, flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
Now Trubisky to throw on second. He's going to let this one go deep. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Super Bowl 49 hero Malcolm Butler. Johnson, the intended target. They set themselves behind the chains, tried to get it all back in one play, and it backfired.
Didn't it feel like a pitcher working his way into a 3-0 count, right? You're behind. What do your coaches always tell you? Get it back one pitch at a time. In this case, they tried to get it back right away, and it didn't work out.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. That one goes for 24 yards. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Looking to throw again on second down. Mariota, and it's complete right back in the hands of Smith. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they'll march off another 15 against your squad.
Here comes, and he lost the football. Mariota had it jarred loose, and the Colts pick it up. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL.
And the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And they're going to have this all the way down deep into Tennessee territory. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Colts, they move back over 500 now at 6-5. They will hit the road next week for a date with the Oakland Raiders. Meanwhile, for Tennessee, their luck may have run out as they fall to 4-7 now in the year. And they'll be on the road next week as they get a date with the Jaguars in Jacksonville.
Big numbers, 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, whole team counted, that's a big number.
Hey, foreign cars, foreign seats with the foreign leather. Foreign number, put the card in the ATM in the sad era. Yeah, flex mode, this ain't Southwest, this is Jet. I ain't gotta shut the cell off, cause the iPhone don't got a jet mode. Bad be pesto. If you wanna come, let's go. We ain't going nowhere special. I just wanna see more desto. Hit your throw and I'ma catch those. Mexican, dummy pesos. Hit your sauce, I'll replace those. Number save, no name though. We need more, tell them we need more. Putting numbers on the board, like them keep a score. Ay, 16 cars in my front yard. Ay, 30 on my wrist, bullet points of God.
Big numbers, big numbers. 100 in the bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, big numbers. Whole team counted, that's a big number.
Yeah, wrist man, check the wrist man, got him hot. Ay, man can't ball like this, man. Lord, past the pig skin when he stretch a distance. I'm talking a few 100,000 yards, you just on your 5th grand. Run it up, 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 count it up. Ay, 100s and 50s and 20s, no 5s and no singles, don't count on them. Ay, she want it like me cause her lame, she can't count on him. She try to be nosy and hit up my ex, she like, girl, you can count on him.
Hey, hey, we need more, tell them we need more. Putting numbers on the board, like them keep a score. Hey, 16 cars in my front yard. Hey, 30 on my wrist, bullet points of God.
Big numbers, big numbers. 100 in the bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, big numbers. Whole team counted, that's a big number. Big numbers, big numbers. 100 in the bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, blue hunts. Whole team counting, that's a big number.
Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, gold tanks. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more boys than a Shawshank. Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, gold tanks. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more boys than a Shawshank. I don't wear ball mains. All I ever do is ball main. I am not a rapper, they all lame. I am not dope, I'm hard. Wait, I can power up and level up at any moment. Spitting like a semi, only give me semicolon. Couple zeros like I'm sending yell nets. Every flow is unmatched and I better get set in. Finish them. Mess around with me and I diminish them all. Even if I ever did the